Hey, 1st through 4th grade leaders, this Sunday we're continuing the big idea of stewardship. Stewardship is taking care of what you have because it all belongs to God. This Sunday we're going to dive into Psalms again, looking at chapter 90, verse 12, where Moses writes, "Teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom." Moses reminds us that when we take time to think about the time God has given us, we have an opportunity to use it in a wise way. Our bottom line this week is use your time wisely. We only have so much time that we're here on earth, but every day that God gives us a chance to do something significant with our lives. We pray that our kids get a chance to realize that every moment they have counts. As the kids arrive this week, they're going to start on an activity page reviewing their Bible verse, which comes from Luke chapter 16, verse 10a. After a large group time, our first small group activity is the times of our lives. We're going to try to find some hourglasses for the kids to see the sand pass through the hourglass. What you want them to do is draw an hourglass out. They could either do a number 8 or they could do two triangles upside down, one right side up and one upside down. Then you're going to have them label the bottom of the bottom half, the triangle or hourglass, the things I've done, and the top half are the things I want to do. For the older kids, let them write on small dark stickers actions to show how they've been using their times in certain areas. So what we want the kids to do is think about, like, maybe for instance they want to get better at Taekwondo. The bottom half they could use of things they've already done to get better, like starting classes, maybe earning their first yellow belt, or just learning some of their new moves. And in the top half, things they want to do that they're wanting to learn. So that could be maybe go to practices to get better, maybe watching a YouTube video to figure out different moves. For the younger kids, they could put sticker dots in the bottom and the top and just tell a friend what they represent. For our older kids, I really want you to chime in, especially 3rd and 4th graders, on focusing where they're spending their time. If it's a lot of time, how much time they think they spend on TV, how much time do they think they spend doing video games, because that takes away from the time that they could be using to get better at what they wanted to get better at. All right, the second activity is called Time is a Tickin'. What you're going to do is for our 3rd and 4th graders, you're going to divide the kiddos up into 2 teams. This is our Bible verse activity. They're going to take and look at the Bible verse. After they've gotten in their 2 teams, they're going to take what is called Time is Ticking cards. They're clocks. They're going to put the clocks in order, and then you get to judge if a team has lined up their clocks correctly, and if they have, they get to open and reveal the verse. For our smaller grades, 1st and 2nd grade, I would not divide them up into 2 teams, but actually have them all work together to put these clocks in order. Then there's some discussion questions that I think will be really good for our 3rd and 4th graders, possibly our 2nd graders if you get your activity done in time. For our final activity, it's our prayer activity and time to spend time with God in prayer. You're going to help the kids. We're going to have some wristbands already cut for you. You're going to make bracelets with 2 beads on them. If you have some kids that have some extra small wrists or large wrists, you'll need to cut these, and I'll have those available for you. They're going to tie a knot in the middle of it. They're going to put their 2 beads on. They're going to write a 2 on the first bead and a 4 on the second, just to represent 24 hours in a day. And it's God's gift of 24 hours every day, so every time they look at that bracelet, they're going to think about how they're using their time wisely. Are they spending any time with God? I think it'll be a great reminder on how much time they spend doing video games, TV, playing around, if they're really wanting to accomplish something, and maybe say, if they're saying, I don't have time to do this, then it'll be a great reminder for them that, yeah, they do have time, they just have to make it. All right, hope you're having a great week. Don't forget, Huddle Up time is at 8:30 for first service, 10:10 for second service, and I will see you on Sunday at Huddle Up.